once again. This is Wahiga K.Muturi on the network where we listen, learn, engage, and network. I'm with a very good friend. Please, sir.
My name is Jagi Gakunju.
Jagi Gakunju. Please tell us what you do at the moment.
At the moment, I'm mainly involved in a lot of activities in the conservation field. I am in Amara, working with the communities in creating conservancies.
Okay.
Empower the communities to own their own parks. And that's a very fulfilling activity.
Actually, you've talked about parks. Actually, how I got to know you is you told me you're a avid bird watcher. In other words, ontologist, right?
Yes, I think I can say that bird watching is very much in my blood, and it is sometimes not well known that bird watching is the fastest growing sector in the tourism industry in the world. Apart from that, we are very lucky because Kenya has now been rated as probably the #1 country in the world that you can watch the highest number of species in the shortest time.
Tell us more about your business expeditions and the likes, your history, if any.
I come a long way in terms of business. I started being trained as a lawyer, worked a very short stint, then started going into the business world, worked for AIG, traveled around the world. I was lucky because as a young man, I was posted around the world to work in different countries. Then after that, we came and I got involved in other very entrepreneurial group of people in restructuring a company called AAR Health Services, which is now one of the biggest private healthcare providers in East Africa. And that company gave me a lot of satisfaction. I left that company in 2014. And what I've done within that time is to try and write 2 books. One to talk about my journey in life, and the other one is to talk about AAR as a company, a local company, because a lot of textbooks that you see today are all foreign. And we need to start talking about companies that were started in Kenya by Kenyans and the struggles they went through to be where they are.
Or even Africans in general.
And Africans in general.
Yeah, because that's what we are really missing.
Yes, true. And I think it's an African example, and I think there are many examples in Africa. What we don't have is, we don't have the stories that have been written about those companies.
Okay, that's why we're actually doing this.
Yes, true.
And then, when it comes to business, what is the greatest piece of advice and truth that you could tell to my generation?
I think one of them is integrity and patience.
Integrity and patience.
Also to know that when you're in the position of leadership, you don't know everything. In fact, I was reading one of the biographies of one of the well-known people in the world, and he says that when he got into the position of the CEO of the company, they did a self-assessment and found out that they could only understand about 28% of the company. So when you're leading, understand that there are people that are in that organization that know better than you. What you have is the role of leadership. So entrench yourself as a leader.
Okay. What's the positive side of actually being an entrepreneur?
Being an entrepreneur is that you keep on falling and waking up. But the good thing with it is that every time you make a positive move forward, it gives you so much satisfaction. But never ever think that life is going to be a smooth, always a success. It's going to have a lot of pain, it's going to have a lot of sacrifice, but the patience and focus is what you need.
Great, thank you very much. Guys, once again, I'm Wahiga on the network, learn, engage, and network. And would you like to actually tell people how they can get to you if they ever needed more advice?
They can get me on the Facebook, Jagi.Gakunju at mygnaturepark.co.ke. They can get me, I've got a blog myself, a website.
Great.
I'm trying to populate it. and make sure it is there.
Okay.
They can also get my book.
Okay.
They can know more about the struggles I've gone through in life to be where I am.
Yes.
And it has not been smooth or easy. The book is called Living on the Edge, and you can find it in most of the bookshops.
Actually, it's a great book, guys, especially for our age. By the guys, trust me, it's a really good book.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks a lot, guys. The network, Learn, Engage, and Network with Wahiga K.Muturi. See you guys.